Okay, today we are studying the kidneys dysfunction, kidneys disease. First of all, we should know the main function of the kidney. A kidney has to filtrate substances and has to reabsorb them. Filtration happens in the glomerular part of the kidney, and reabsorption happens in the tubular part of a kidney. So, what you should know? What should you know? First, kidney filtrates electrolytes like this one and this one. But due to reabsorption, this one goes back to the blood. And this one goes out of the blood into the urine. So, that is why the level of this element in the blood is 3.5, 5.5. The level of this element is 135, 150. It is the function, the filtration and reabsorption of kidney. Next one. What should kidney do? Kidney should filtrate and evacuate the excess of water into the urine. Another function. Kidney should evacuate proton and should reabsorb the basements. So this element goes back after the filtration, goes back to the blood, but this one, proton, goes to the urine. So the power of proton pHs of the urine is acid. The pH is very high, but the pH of the blood is not so acid because the proton molecules are evacuated. So if you see the exceeding of protons in the blood, the lowering of pH factor, the blood becomes more acid. It means this function does not work. Another function. Due to filtration, some molecules of proteins, for example, the most smallest, albumin, can be filtrated to the urine, but the function of the kidney is to reabsorb it back to the blood. So, in a normal case, you can find no albumin in urine. If you can, that means that first, too big filtration or too small reabsorption. Another function of the kidney is to evacuate toxins and other substances like urine, creatinine into the blood or into the urine. So the main function is to evacuate water and evacuate unneeded molecules into urine. If kidney can't do it, those substances go to another organs, and your body tries to evacuate them through other systems. First system is to evacuate the excess of urine through your stomach. That causes the gastritis of your stomach. Another way how to evacuate is to evacuate through the wall of the heart into a pericardium cavity. It generates the urine pericarditis. Another way how to evacuate the exceed of urine, if your kidney can't do it, is to evacuate it through the skin. And you may see a frost, like a frost. Many, like a snow, like a frost on the skin of a patient. And skin becomes irritated and becomes itchy. And another sign of malfunction of urine evacuation is a deposition of the exceed of urine in a brain that causes the slowing down of function of the brain that can lead to coma, and it will lead to coma through encephalopathy. Those functions you should know, because if kidneys were good, they should evacuate this substance, this substance, this substance, this one. If they don't work good, they can't evacuate this substance, this one, and this one. So your body will try to evacuate they by another ways. The exceed of water should be exposed and should be deposited in another cavities. The exceed of this element will affect the work of a heart. The exceed of this element will affect the work of the lungs. Another two functions. Your kidneys create and activate first vitamin D. Another, kidneys create erythropoietin. What vitamin D does? It helps to absorb calcium through the wall of the small intestine right to the blood. If kidneys do not work, reabsorption becomes smaller and the lack of calcium will be taken from patients' bones, and it will lead to osteoporosis and fractures when kidneys do not work. What does erythropoietin do? Erythropoietin helps your red brain to create red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. If kidneys do not work, they do not create this substance, it will lead to anemia. It will lead to degradation of red, white blood cells and platelets. It is called pancytopenia. That is all about the function.